Welcome back to the Hoops Report by Pittsburgh Sports Now. This is George Michalowski and Robert Morris. Picked up a 16-point comeback win last night on Tuesday night against Towson. It was a massive win. I was in attendance. Great for Andy Toole. I mean, his squad really rallied around him, rallied around each other in that second half. They were down 7 points with a little over 1 minute to go. An unbelievable comeback. Amarion Dickerson with a three-pointer in the last minute. Then he got fouled shooting a three on the next possession, made all three free throws. They come down, they give it to Cam Woods, who had struggled early in the game, shook it off, made a floater, it dribbled in for him, and then the stop. Josh Omajafo, incredible athlete for RMU, jumped up, blocked the corner three attempt from Towson for the win. Dickerson swatted the ball across the floor. Game was over after 0.7 seconds ticked off the clock. It was a huge win for RMU. So shout out to Andy Toole and his squad. I mean, well-deserved win. At halftime, Andy Toole came out without his jacket on. It looked like he was fired up going into the break, and rightfully so. I mean, his team looked flat. They looked dead in that first half. They didn't shoot the ball well. They weren't defending well. Nothing was going right. But he and his group willed this team to victory last night, and it was really incredible to see. So shout out, congratulations to Robert Morris for that win. They improved to 7-5. Next news from yesterday that really wasn't massive in the Pitt world, but I threw it up on Twitter and got a lot of interactions across the basketball community. Federico, 23, 12, and 5 for Texas Tech. Now, Federico, great guy, great kid. Loved my interactions with the guy in the press, and I had him on the podcast with JB a few years ago. He's been awesome with me and just a really nice guy. Everyone in that Pitt program still feels like he's family around there. Everyone seems to love him in that program. Uh, for the small minority of the people in the comments saying that Grant McCaslin has unlocked Federico and Jeff Capel couldn't do that, I don't even want to give you guys attention because that's ridiculous. Federico had a 22-point game against North Florida last year. He had 19 in the ACC tournament against Georgia Tech. His departure wasn't a massive deal to Pitt. I think both sides benefited from the departure. I think that's the end of the story. So I'm not going to put too much gasoline on that fire. I think Federico is in a great spot with Texas Tech. Coach McCaslin's an awesome coach. I love what they're building down there. But I don't think you can look at that performance and call out Jeff Capel by any means. Moving on, Pitt's attendance. I looked into Pitt's attendance at home games throughout Capel's tenure, and it all started because I noticed at the last game, Eastern Kentucky, the place was empty. It was dead. It was quiet. And after a first half that was as quiet on the floor as it was, you kind of start to question, like, all right, what's going on here? Like, there's nobody at this game. Touch over 5,000 people according to the numbers, but man, it was silent in there for all you who were in there. I know there's finals going on. I know it's not the zoo's fault. I had a bunch of comments saying that when I posted a video of the crowd, but come on, I mean, 5,000 people for an 8-2 team that was ranked the week before. Like there's something missing here. I know it's football season and he's still building the program up, so I don't have too strong of an opinion on it. The attendance for Pitt. Just interesting to look into that and see that Jeff's still got a ways to go to get this community fully behind his program. And I know every single year the trend is, all right, it's around 7,000 for non-conference home games. It's around 9,000 to 10,000 for conference home games, which is fine. It makes all the sense in the world. I mean, who wants to go see Pitt Eastern Kentucky when you're a casual fan? Nobody. I get that. But just interesting. I mean, this season so far, they're averaging a touch over 7,000 fans at each non-conference home game so far. That would be third best in Capel's tenure. So out of the 6 seasons, we won't count COVID. But a little interesting just to look into that. If you haven't already, check Pittsburgh Sports Now for the latest on Pitt basketball and their attendance numbers. Thank you guys for tuning in.